Welcome everyone, this is Madman with another RSL video. So we are on day 64. So where are we at? We're up to level 51 now. Almost got 4 level 60s. Close. War Maiden. I got an all-time now. I need to bring Cethelia up to all the way up to 50 at least. But as you can see with Kale, I'm still working on Masteries. So I'll show you that real quick. I'm not going to actually do the run, but I can farm stage 14. Now I put Altan in there, and I went ahead and I spent the 800 gems and bought his Masteries. But I had Armiger in there in his place, and those 5 I've been sticking with. But here you are, so we're day 61, is that what we said, something like that, and I am still trying to get enough scrolls for all 5 of them's Masteries. So I'm trying to pick up this pace, but what that does tell you is when you get your first 800 gems, get your starters Masteries. Get them all done, that way they're all ready to go for level 60. Otherwise, it's gonna take forever. Now, once I can get to where I can do stage 15 with, as long as everybody's got their Masteries except for the person I'm trying to get, all the scrolls will go to them. It'll go a lot quicker, but I'm just not quite there. And so it's taking a lot longer. So those first 800 are worth it. After that, I want to say it cost like 620, 640 gems worth of energy to get all the scrolls to master up. So you're saving some. You do lose time, but you're saving some. But if you get them up to like level 53 and then farm Minotaur, I want to say, it depends on whether you got the battle pass or not, whether you got double experience going on or not. But you can get them up to 60, so not only you're getting their scrolls, but you're giving them the experience up to level 60 as well, or getting pretty close. What I do want to show you on this video today, and it might be quite long because I'm going to switch to my main account afterwards, is Doom Tower. So if you don't have at least 2, if not 3 level 60s, and a few level 50s to finish it out, you're just not going to get very far in Doom Tower. But so the first boss, though, I believe, what's this, Magma Dragon. So we'll go ahead and we will fight this boss, and I'll show you this one. And I don't have, I got my best gear on these guys, but I don't have the greatest gear in the world yet. But we'll get through this one pretty easily. But if you're struggling in Doom Tower, you pick your starter Kale. You can farm Shield Guard and War Maiden. Shield Guard's not the greatest because he's negative affinity here, but hey, he helps, and he's up to level 60. And like I said, I'm fortunate to get Reliquary Tinder fairly early, because hopefully, well, it might take a little while. I do think I have her booked, but as you can see, we're going through the Magma Dragon in this first round on normal here fairly easily. But if you don't have like an Altan, Apothecary, another healer or cleanser, or a decreased defense, decreased attack, not War Maiden, but what's the other one? Um, anyway, I can't think of her name right now. She's another farmable one. She throws up shields. Oh, well, since we're going back. Not Valerie. War Priest. I believe she can throw up shields. Chance to freeze. Heals target, so she's got some healing there. You can take her in. Or you could take Haikatune, even though she's negative affinity there. Get you some speed. Or Shaman. Because you'll long since have Shaman before you even get Doom Tower opened up. Diabolus maybe. You know, farmable. You'll get her. Farmable, so. But hopefully you get like a cleanser, another healer, like I said. Or like a Tenor, Apothecary if you're lucky on the draw. I did draw a Frozen Banshee here not too long ago, so that will really help me a little, as soon as I can at least get up to level 40. Because of course I want to get him up to 60 next. She'll help big time for dragons and clan boss at the moment. Probably for a long time actually in clan boss. But let's go back, and so we did 10. So once we've beaten it and we get, you know, our 10 silver keys to start the day, and then you get another 5 in the advanced quest. So now you got secret room here. Might be able to make it through. I kind of pulled these up, but I'll worry about that later. I want to show you the nether spider. I'm going to start this. We're going to do an auto run. I did get through it. I don't think it was on auto. Might have to manual this one, but that's about as far as we're getting. Where I'm at right now as far as my champs and where they're sitting level wise and in the gear. But it will take you a little while to get the champions to a point where you can even really start attempting doing Doom Tower. But let's see how we do with the spider here. Now, yeah, she's going to drop her spiderlings that are going to throw out all kinds of poison on us. This is where Reliquary Tinder comes in real handy. Better than Apothecary. She just, boom, cleansed them all off. A turn meter specialist would be kind of helpful. So, if I had a Armor up to 60 instead of Shield Guard, put Armor in instead of Shield Guard, would be more beneficial here. Now we did get through this once, I believe, but as you can see, we're getting beat down. I think Kale might be able to help pull this off. We're not doing a whole lot of damage here. Once it's down to just Kale, just because he's in lifesteal gear, it's going to be close. I don't know if we're going to do it without going manual. But the aspects have changed, because when I did do it, I don't think I had Altan. I didn't buy Altan's Masteries. Yeah, we're not going to make it this go around here. So, do I want to show you this because this is going to turn out to be a pretty long video. We'll try it again. We'll let it auto through the first rounds here. And then we'll try and we'll turn off auto here soon. Alright, we're just gonna, so we got full abilities, we're just gonna A1 through the rest of this so that all of this is back around when we get here to the spider. She's gonna throw some poisons, then all the spiderlings are. So we want to go and do a decreased offense first with War Maiden. Let's see. Revives, we don't need a revive. Attacks one enemy free. Decreases defense. Since we didn't land it with War Maiden, one decrease defense and get some shield up on us. So we got some shieldage. They're doing counterattacks. Let's do our nuke and get rid of the spiderlings. So that's what you definitely want to do, is get rid of the spiderlings. This is where Relic Contender is great. We got to get rid of all those poisons before they kill us. Let's get a little healing going on. Let's see. Decrease speed. Attacks all enemies. And so we're going to do this. Attack him and try and get a little turn meter boost on them. Just got to do an A1 with Kale. Go ahead, hit her with this and get a little increased attack for her while she's still alive. Don't need a revive yet, so A1 there, and we're getting the bar down. Don't need a heal there, so hit him again, A1 again. Attacks 4 times at random. There's only one thing to attack, so yeah, now I got some poison on there, and that's good. Let her hit a little harder. Again, revive. Glad that's available because I think Relic Contender is going to go down here soon. So you can get a little more hidden there. Alright, let's do. Ooh. Turn meter's close to full and the spiderlings are going to drop. So I think I'm going to save. Oh, yeah. So that's, I wanted to save that because the spiderlings are going to start throwing all these poisons. War Maiden went down. I could do a shield. You know, I'm going to do the shield because I'm going to want him to revive Relic Contender, and then she can revive War Maiden. He does a 1 here. Let's do our nuke again. Hopefully get, yep, got rid of all spiderlings. Back up there. Oh, it's a passive. Doggone it. Let's try and get some more poisons out. Terminator's down, so I'm going to throw the nuke. All we can. Let's get a little shield up going because we need every bit of help we can. It's not easy. We may not get through it. Oh, she dropped the spiders. I don't have the nuke right now. Oh, and Kale went down. I wish the passive would proc. It probably is, but anyway. He's got a little bit of life still on, but not the greatest. I guess at this point we can just auto it and see what happens here, because he's probably going down here in a second. But we did manage to get through it before I did the Masteries. Of course, Altan went down, and then Kale on the better lifesteal gear was by himself. And it was just, you know, he was able to nuke the spiders every time she dropped them. And it was just a battle of whether the spider's poisons could kill Kale and how much the lifesteal could keep him going. So we might make it through this with the lifesteal. I don't know. Our Terminator's going to fill up. I'm going to throw a lot of poisons on here in a minute, but we'll see. Nope, down. Okay. So, just going to kind of be a Deuce Power special thing here. So I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to switch over to my main account and just kind of show you the people and the gear that I went through and got so far on Doom Tower and normal, because you're going to struggle in certain areas and may want to know. Alright, back in a minute. Okay, so here we are on my main account. Most of these, I want to say, we can probably get through on auto. So, Magma Dragon on the first round, and if you make it all the way to him with whatever team, you're pretty much just going to be able to brute force. I'm pretty much using... These are the 5 champions I'm going through all the regular stages. Once I hit 80, I dropped out Galeck and started using Miscreated Monster, but we'll just do this real quick, and I'll show you. This Magma Dragon is not too bad, at least not the first level. As you can see, all my champs are level 60, and I'll show you whatever masters I do have and gear on them, and then we'll come back. We'll just switch back and forth. That way we know. And I did switch or improve Reliquary's Tinder's gear a little bit and Apothecaries not too long ago, and I did switch Reliquary Tinder's Masteries a while back, but I haven't actually changed them through a lot of content and all that. So let's go back to the Bastion real quick. So Razin got some speed gear and some toxic just to give him some poison. Of course, everything's up 16 except for this because he's defense, so more attack. Not going to help. I might be able to land something like defense, HP or something. But I'll show you his build real quick. You know, 40,000 HP. The attack I don't care about. 3,700 defense. Would like to get that higher or whatever. Speed is 177. Kind of holding him right there because I'm doing brutal on clan boss. Want him at 100% kit rate. Would like to see more crit damage. Need to build that up, but definitely got him high accuracy. I could probably sacrifice a little bit of that to try and get some crit damage, but you know, it is what it is. That's his build. Absolutely no masteries on him. Need to work on that. May want to spend my gems, may not. I do think, though, I did book him out. So he's booked. I like that he can remove a buff every now and then. That comes handy in the arena. Also has you know, booked out. Now he's got a 100% chance to place a 60% decreased defense. So that's just as good as War Maiden 100%, but also a 25% weaken for 2 turns. That is a bigger help, and that's why he's a legendary, not a rare. And then it now attacks all enemies and increases the turn meter by 100%. Man, that is awesome skill. Unfortunately, it's on a 6-turn cooldown, and ally resist. So I really need to get his masteries taken care of. But, you know, I'm not a huge pay-to-play player whatsoever. I'm on day like 120 or something with this account. So next, Skull Crown. Oh, I love Skull Crown. What is this? So this is a crit damage set because I wanted to have her more crit damage. So crit damage set, some speed, then some mixture stuff. I probably need to upgrade a few of these things. Don't need a Discord going on. But let's look at her stats. She's going to be slow and crit. 136. That's because I use an arena and a blender team. I don't need her fast, right? I don't think I need a crit rate up, but yeah, I want the crit damage up. I want the attack up because she's hitting hard on this A1. I do have this one booked out. So, you know, when they're the first hit, ooh, she really hits them hard. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing weakened. Booked up to 75 on a 3-turn cooldown, so she's all booked there. You know, and I use her through all the content right now. She's my go-to girl. She's my 8-7 second farmer now. I was using Galeck, and now I'm using her because it's faster. Unkillable if her HP drops below 20, but it's on a 4-turn cooldown. So if she can't finish the job, the next one or someone heals her, then you know, she's gone. But at least she won't go down the first time. And then this would be nice if I had Sinesha, but I don't. So I don't think. Yeah, okay. I do have her masteries booked down. Just going for damage and consistent damage, so you can see crit rate, crit damage, increased damage if they're under shield, because like I said, I use her in arena. Increased damage inflicted if they're less than 40%. So if I don't fully take them out, still want to get rid of the ruthless ambush. Extra 8% hit there. What do we got? Cycle of violence. But as you can see, these masteries all the way down to Helm Smasher, because I want her to ignore defense, because she is primarily my nuker in arena. But then I wanted to give her some defense. I could have probably gone down the support tree, but give her some defense. Not get so hard on those AoE attacks. And a chance to remove a buff. Delay death there a little bit. And retribution. Let her do a counterattack. She's going to do that A1. It hits pretty hard, but so even at 75% of that A1, I will take it. Alright. Then we have, let's see, that was Razin, Skull Crown, Reliquary Tender. Let's just go ahead and look at her masteries. I could go down this tree, but, you know, she only hits for like 6,000, so I could up the damage to like 12,000. That's a fair amount, but she's there for support, right? So I went down, added defense, increased the amount of healing of the value of shield buffs by this champion. So under shield buffs, every time enemies healed, heals this champion with HP. Solidarity, help increase the resistance. Cycle of Revenge, trying to get her turn meter up. Counterattack, you know, do a little bit, but I wanted to get over here to resistance. I want to have her in pretty high resistance. Then I went with HP. I mean, I could have gone with accuracy, but you know, you can build accuracy in. So, plus, you know, just wanted anything that would help with healing, shielding, turn meter. So you can see the masteries that I went down. So it's a little oddball on her. She's great with Painkeeper. If Painkeeper was booked out, but she's really good with Apothecary too. Just the two of them is crazy. I believe, yeah, I have her booked out. Probably don't really need all this booked out because this, you know, this is her damage. 25% chance of placing decreased attack, that helps. And, you know, and you get it up to what, 55% chance. So it's not super big or whatever, but every bit, a little bit helps. But here, want that 15% continuous heal. That's the big version. Want it on a 3-turn cooldown. Want it as fast as I can. Plus, it removes all the buffs, so it cleanses you all off. And then, of course, this, yeah, this is why I want her to be tanky. Go as fast as you can, get as many turns in so that she can either revive or cleanse. And that's what she's there for. We'll look at the total stats here. 190 speed, again, actually using her in Clan Boss. I would like to have her resistance more up. I don't need accuracy. You know, like I said, she's there to heal, cleanse, and revive. So, would like to see her defense more up, but I want to make sure she's not the target, so that's why she's up at 50,000 HP, 190 speed. Need to roll her gear up, but I got her also in a relentless set is the big thing. So an 18% chance to get an extra turn. She gets another turn. That's one less turn on the cooldown to you know, get to that cleanse or that revive. Then Apothecary, need to work on him. I think probably get this all up. His stats, now he's the fastest one, 216, 37. It's a good amount of defense. You don't have to, but I went with this crit rate because if they get in sync, she might revive somebody, then he's going to heal. I want him to have the best chance of doing a crit heal and get him as close to full health as possible. So that's how those two support works. Other than this perception gear to give him a little more accuracy, which I really don't need, but speed is kind of what I had available. So speed set here and here. Taking what I got. Anyway, those are his stats because you want him going fast. Of course, he attacks. I got him booked out there. Okay, damage. But heals the target by 35%. This heal can be critical, so I wanted that, you know, booked up to 50% on a 2-turn cooldown. Definitely want him booked up. And of course, you want him to start by boosting your speed and filling the turn meters. And then he's got a nice defense aura in dungeons, so he's great to put in the lead. You know, give you an extra 21% defense when you're in those dungeons, fighting dragons, ice columns, whatever. And then give you that boost of speed. And I do have his masteries. I could, again, go to support instead of offense because he's not really there to hit. But I gave him some defense. But you can see, and then I went down to Giant Slayer. You know, because I don't use them in Clan Boss, so I don't need War Master. You know, maybe I could have, if it was really a hard hitter, I could have gone here so that it ignores a little defense. But again, support champion there. Anyway, that's Apothecary. And then next is Galeck. He was my first one. Luckily on my main account, I did spend the first 800 gems to get his masteries. And of course I was using them in Clan Boss, so I went down that. I did go down the support tree to give him a little more accuracy here. And he is booked. don't. I'm getting to the point where I'm not really using him too much, but because he's using clan boss and stuff. Lifesteal gear, speed sets. You can see 3-star piece. Yeah, I mean I'm not built 4-star piece, so I haven't touched his build in quite a long time. I think part of that's because I'm still using him. I don't use him too much in arena anymore, but I have a speed 2 team, so you know here's his stats. He does kind of get hit. One, I got him speed tuned. I mean, I could rework him because he does hit pretty doggone hard. But I'm actually using, what am I using? No, it's not a big deal, but I'm using High Katoon, Into War Maiden, into Yannicka, and then Galeck to hopefully finish them off. It's a speed tune arena team. I need to rework it, but I'm using kind of a blender team now, and then I went from bronze 2 with that team all the way to gold 4. So, but let's get back to the next boss. So here's Spider, and this is where, okay, so this is a Spider 2, not super hard, and these teams are going to change. Of course, Reliquary Tender, Royal Guard. Now I got Miscreated Monster in there for some shieldage, him to nuke. So we'll just play this real quick, and this is how you get through level 20 Nether Spider. This will be an easy auto too. Don't ask me why or how I picked these teams, but this won't be too bad. You can throw all these poisons on, boost the speed, she cleanses all off. He goes in there. I don't know if he actually got turn meter reduced or not. She does a good nuke, boom, wipes all the spiderlings away, so we're not getting poisoned too hard. Nukes again, you can see how much damage she's hitting for. Royal Guard, I don't know if he's going to finish her off and do his big move before then. No, I don't. He's on a turn down. His cooldown's too long. Probably should have manual it, but not a big deal. As you can see, we'll easily get through this. And I'll show you Royal Guard and Miscreated Monsters builds here in a second. But this is going to be a quick, easy fight. So back to the Bastion here. Miscreated Monster. Gave him a little, again, crit damage. Speed boots. Most of them are in speed boots. I've got pretty much everything maxed out. Some accuracy here. And then some hodgepodge stuff. Because, well, I got a lot of gear, but I don't have all the coin to roll it up. 180 speed, because I am using them in my clan boss right now. 110% crit rate is a little high, but, well, that's where it is. I wanted a lot of accuracy here. Good HP. Would like a little higher defense. But, like I said, you know, you get a lot of heroes, you build what you build. I could probably change them up. I just hate to touch them because I got Spider 20 going perfect. I suppose I could build him up as long as I don't really change his speed, but got him, his booked out. He does the stun, which is nice with the decreased defense. Attacks all enemies and stuns, places a shield. You kind of want to block this ally protection or he can potentially kill your team. It's, you know, place a continual heal on this champion for 3 turns, which is great for him, but man, the bosses hit hard. And he just goes down like a rock if you're doing that. And like some of these Doom Tower and dungeons. So not a super great skill for those areas, but very helpful obviously in clan boss. And then again, got him mastered out. Probably should have went with War Master, but since I use them in other areas, I want to be able to Norg defense, so I went that route. And then again, this route with support, Laura Steel, probably not helping too much. Helping with the accuracy and the toxic, but that's not, so basically just helping my accuracy. Well, yeah, it's actually helping with my crit damage too, so. And yeah, okay, we did show you his stats, so. That's Miscreated Monster. And my Royal Guard, which was, I got lucky because Royal Contender was literally my first Void. And then Royal Guard was my first epic that I pulled from a shard. So where's he at stat-wise? 28,000. 3,800 on attack. Would like to have a little more defense. Probably needs more speed. Got him up to 100% crit rate. His accuracy sucks. I need to royally get that up. But he's in speed gear. He's got immortal gear for HP. Oops. Even though that doesn't really help, I need to change out the gear, but you go with what you got at the time. So he has 50% chance of placing decreased defense, so, you know, the more people are doing that, great. Up to 65% chance. Booked out, which he is. Attacks all enemies. Again, he's an attack base. Enemy max HP, so whatever attack he's got, great, but you don't want to put any into him on purpose. Again, though, you can book this out to get more damage, which of course I did because I had books at the time and he was my first ever epic. Attacks 4 times and can place a decrease to speed, so that can be somewhat helpful. And in dungeons, increase attack, so you can, you know, if you're going all attack team, it's good to put him in the lead. But say him, 1 or 2 cold hearts, extra 35% attack and damage. That helps him. Not sure on the cold heart, but that's the Royal Guard, I think. Yeah, and I got all his masteries there. And I went down to Flawless Execution for the extra crit damage, to get as much crit damage as possible, because he's going to do that enemy max HP, and he is mostly around for dungeons, even though I'm not using them too much at the moment, because I need to rebuild his gear. So that's Royal Guard, and of course you've seen the others. So let's move on. I know it's painfully slow, but, you know, I struggled on normal, especially this next boss. This next boss whooped my ass. Took forever to finally get through. The Scarab King, but so I'm just trying to throw some ideas. What kind of gearing, at least stats, you're trying to get to as you go through these floors. Of course, as they get harder, you're going to have to do stuff. And this one tore me up for the longest time. In fact, I just got through them not too long ago. Okay. Scarab King, you got Razin, Armiger, Elf Guard, which she will disappear in the next go round, Cold Heart, and Metal Shaper. Metal Shaper is absolutely required, or anybody who can do shields, but he's one of the best. You'll see why here after we get through this fight. So this one shouldn't be too bad. I think I can get an auto. These first rounds might be a little slow. And hopefully I can get Elf Guard through. I shouldn't have a problem. And Elf Guard is in a shield set. And you can see she's just a level 40 right now. I'd looked at Hell Hades' advice, but as long as she doesn't go down, Metal Shaper will actually heal her a little bit. Oh, he threw some shields up. Hopefully we'll kill them. The only reason she's in is for one, turn meter, and to have that shield up for sure when we go to the boss here. If you don't have shield up, it's game over. He's going to start counterattacking you right away. So he does a provoke, which causes you to counterattack so that he can turn around and counterattack you again. And next thing you know, he's just whipping your butt, and you never actually even got a turn. And so the big thing is to have the shield on. He can steal your buffs. Boom. See, he stole all our shields. Now he's going to start throwing out these poisons, and he provokes you. Now luckily we got the shield up. So when you got the shield up, it kind of cancels out the provoke. So you want turn meter specialists, and we got through him pretty easy there. But you want to have shield up to start, or he'll start doing that provoking, that counterattack. And like I said, if I take these two out and there's no shield, and say put even more powerful champions in there, I'm gonna get my butt whooped quicker than you wouldn't believe. But so I'll show you Cold Heart, Armiger, you've seen Razin, Metal Shaper is the most important one here for the Scarab King, and Elf Guard. So let's go look at those real quick. I'm going to try and speed this up some. Where is it? So Armiger, you want, whether it's Armiger or Cold Heart, whoever's going to do the max HP nuker, you got to have one of them, besides someone being in a shield set, preferably. You got to have one of your nukers in a destroy set. That helps break down a shield, and you'll see on the next go round I'll explain the shield a little more. That helps bring down a shield quicker, so they can actually start doing some damage on them. So I went with a shield set, put them on some perception to give them a little more accuracy and speed, because Armiger is one of the most funnest pain in the asses. I mean, he's a great uncommon, but he's a pain in the ass to get stats, because get the total stats. You want some HP. You definitely want high defense because he's a defense player. You want to have enough speed. That's enough, okay, for normal, but you know, I'd love to have him over 200 or whatever. You got to have 100% crit rate. It'd be nice if I had more crit damage and less crit rate, but that's just the way it's set, because you got to have accuracy. Got to have accuracy. So yeah, defense, speed, crit rate, and accuracy, important on him. Of course, you can book him by just eating himself, so you don't have to worry about using up books on that. But attacks one enemy, decreases the turn meter if this attack is critical. That's why you got to have the crit rate up. Plus, you got to have the accuracy to land it. He's another enemy max HP, but it's on, if you book it, it's on a 2-turn cooldown, or Cold Heart and I believe Royal Guard are both on a 4-turn. He does half the damage, but he does it twice as fast. So at the end of the day, pretty much doing about as much as they are. And then again, his masteries, I think I probably ought to change this, but he's booked out for clan boss, so it doesn't matter too much. Come down the support tree. Sniper here, but I want to say Laura Steel is free. That's not doing me any good anymore, but it's, you know, when I booked him out, and I haven't bothered changing it because I don't know if it costs gems or not. You know, of course, he was in lifesteal gear back in the beginning. So that's Armiger. Trying to think who else. Okay, Cold Heart. Where's my Cold Heart? She's up here. Cold Heart. Here's her masteries. And went down. Want the crit damage with flawless execution, again, because she's max HP. Just kind of went down with this accuracy part of the support chain. I think I do, yeah, I do have her booked out, because luckily she's just a rare. But attacks 4 times, 100% chance to land hero reduction. That's big if you can land those on those bosses. Art of Pain. Can add some poison if they're under heal reduction, and decrease accuracy. That's a 3-turn cooldown. And then her Heartseeker, as you can see, is on a 4-turn based on enemy max HP and attack, if you have it booked out. And then so she's on some perception here, just a hodgepodge of gear. It ain't super great, but I've got her kind of working. 183 speed, 38k, 2k of attack, defense really low. You only need her at 70% crit rate, not 100. So as you can see, I was trying to maximize crit damage and accuracy. for that Heart Seeker. As you can see, has an extra 30% chance of inflicting a critical hit. So boom, I only need 70% crit rate instead of 100%. So that allows you to up that crit damage. But you also got to have the accuracy to land it. So that's where we're at with Cold Heart. And then lastly, another little uncommon. You can see I got another Armorer, kind of working on him, because I'm probably going to need him later. And I got 2 Elf Guards, both at level 40. They are pretty much in this account for the Scarab Boss, and that is it. But you can easily get, just keep buying her or collecting her or whatever. And the not in the shop, but let her book herself. Use copies of her to book herself. Let's see, attacks one enemy, decrease attack. Yeah, she's not gonna hit that hard or whatever. But attacks one enemy, decreases the turn meter by 50%. I think they changed the stuff in Doom Tower, so it's really only 25% now, and based on attack. So she's crap. Slow as Christmas, no defense, no attack, crit rate and all that. I just want her to hit. That's probably why she's not doing. I could roll this all up, but it's not worth it right now. And I just put her in a shield set, which was the best I had at the time. I moved on since, and she's not even. No masteries. You don't need any masteries, right? She's there to have the shield set proc. So you can potentially use 2 of her and 1 if you got them up to snuff. Armorer and Metal Shaper. And I'm trying to remember who else. I don't know. You can watch the video. I believe it's Hell Hades that did the video of how to get through. Of course, you may not have the gear like he does, so and he's like, "Oh, this is crap gear." Yeah, well, for most of us, it's gonna be life's, some of our best gear potentially. Anyway, okay. So Metal Shaper, no masteries. It'd be helpful, but you don't really have to do it. Chance of stealing her in a buff, don't really care about that. Books did not, because he's not really in there for damage, but you can help. Books did not land in my favor. So you can see all the books there. You got to have this one booked. This one has got to get booked down so you get down to the 2 turns. Places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns on a 2-turn cooldown. So boom, he's just placing the shields. And his AI will do it. And then he can do this, remove buffs from allies with lowest HP and heal them. So he can do a little bit of heal. And you can see, I could go ahead and finish off the books here, but that's how bad the books landed for me. And it can be helpful in faction crypts. I am using them. The other thing, though, is the value of the shield is proportional to the level of this champion. Probably get away with Scarab King there if he's on the first 2 boss floors, but that 3rd one at 40 note just wasn't working. I couldn't get him through the damn bloody wave. So, if you got some better support champions, all right. But so I'll probably end up going ahead and getting him up to 60. And I went ahead and set on him just to squeeze some stats. Make him a little tougher here because he's not got the greatest stats. Lower HP than I would like to see some more defense, but he is the fastest. He's got to be the fastest. That's the one requirement with the Scarab King. He's got to be the fastest. Unfortunately, next go around, he's not actually the fastest, but we get through. And I try to give him as high as resistance as possible so that he doesn't get provoked and can throw that shield out and kind of cut into that Scarab King. Alright, so that's them. Let's get back to the next Doom Tower boss. I don't remember about the Frozen Spider. So this is where I've gotten lucky As far as epics go, I mean, sucks for legendary. I fused him. It took forever. I want to say it was maybe day 100 when I finally got enough stuff to fuse Razin. But I have gotten lucky with Achak and Mordecai. Getting those two. They're just, you'll see later on with these spiders and the Doom Tower, both of them. And Spiders 20. So we've seen Reliquary Tinder, we've seen Kolar now, seen Razin. We got Mordecai, he's going to throw out HP burns. Achak's going to do some freezing and healing. So we'll go ahead and go through this one, which most of these should pretty much go up through auto. Unfortunately, I want to say Cold Heart is a little bit faster. I can show you my Spider 20 run, even though I'm pretty sure I've already showed it, but I probably need to adjust her speed a little bit, actually make her a little slower, for my Spider 20, it was kind of blind luck in the way the speed turned out between the two of those. So she landed a Heartseeker right off the bat, good, decreased turn meter. He can decrease turn meter a little bit. Got some resistance, they're going to drop. I don't even remember all her skills. Okay, so he throws out the HP burn. Of course, she's going to cleanse. He's going to decrease turn meter. Achak did I want to say did his A3. The problem here, and I might have to go to manual here. Yeah, so with the frozen spider here, you got to have HP burn. You got to have some HP burn champion. So when we get closer, throws HP burn. Let's see if Achak will. Yeah, so he does this. I think that, no, I may not have been the move. But the reason two of them are good together is you can potentially free the spiderlings, and while they're under HP burn, every time they take a turn or whatever, it helps heal our team. So, but once we get a little down here, I'm probably going to have to take this off auto just to show you, because if the main spider is not under HP burn, well, we'll let it run through here the first time. Not under HP burn, you think it's dead, and boom, it pops up with half health. And wash, rinse, repeat. So we're under HP burn now, but we're not anywhere near killing it unless she throws in a Heartseeker here. Pretty quick. Nope, it's gone. They're still under HP burn. He's going to drop it. And his cooldown is going to be a little bit. And we will probably kill the spider before HP burn gets back out. But it's a good thing to show you that. That's what makes this spider boss challenge. Oh, we got HP burn up there. We can kill him before that ticks off. Come on, Cold Heart, give me a Heartseeker. Boom, HP's burn. And it's dead. Otherwise it would have revived half health. Okay, back to the bastion here. We'll show you those two real quick. Hopefully that's about, oops, all there is. So accuracy gear, otherwise just kind of put some sets on there. 174 speed, 38k, so he's not really a target. 28 defense, not too bad. Don't need accuracy because he places that burn, or wait, you need the accuracy, but you don't need a crit rate to place that burn, and you'll see. This one though, definitely kind of need to have him booked out. So A1 can decrease the turn meter up to 60% if it's under HP burn already. you know, increase those. 75% chance to increase turn meter on all enemies. Again, booked. Nice to have those two booked, but you gotta have this one booked out. 75% chance of placing. So that's why we don't need crit rate, but we need the accuracy. Probably don't even need the accuracy. Placing the HP burn on all enemies for 2 turns. So it's up for 2 turns. It's normally on a 5 turn, but we got it booked to a 4 turn. Plus with the books, now that's 100%. Plus places 50% increased attack buff on all allies. So now they get stronger. Then he's got an accuracy in all battles, which is not bad. But you definitely want to have that booked at least. So it's 100%. And then Masteries, you know, he's not hitting hard. His whole big thing is HP burns. So we went down the defense chain and want resistance because spiderlings and normal spider dungeons don't want him getting hit too hard. And then we just, you know, went down here to Master Hexer with a chance to extend the duration of his buffs. He's not doing a stun sleep. He's doing HP burn. So that buff he could potentially extend for 1 more turn. So that's Mordecai, if you're lucky enough to have him. Ultimate Galeck will do it too, but he has a little more special requirements. And I want to say one of the rares does, but it's not an AoE, which is fine though. You can place it on the spider in this one, because spiderlings don't kill you too hard. You can see with Achak, really don't have that much in the way of masteries. I think I was working on them. I might have even been doing just some of his masteries from some of the challenges. And I'm working on, so as you see, I don't have him booked out. Has a chance of decreasing the turn meter duration if the target's under HP burn. So you'd like to have Mordecai go before him, place that HP burn, so he could decrease the turn meter if they're under a freeze. Places a block debuffs on all allies for 1 turn and a 25% strengthened buff on all allies for 2 turns. So this is kind of helpful in arena and stuff as well. 1 book, you get it down to 4 turns. Attacks all many enemies, and this is where he's good for spiders. You want to get it booked, but as you can see, I don't have it booked because getting epic books is a whole lot harder. Has a 70% chance of placing a freeze debuff, which he normally does if their attack is higher on enemies whose attack is higher than their defense, or a 70% chance placing HP burn debuff for 1 turn on enemies whose defense is equal to or higher than their attack. And yeah, he seems to do a lot more freezes. So, and then this one is passive. Heals all enemies by 5% of their max HP every time an enemy under HP burn gets a turn off. This is why him paired with Mordecai is so wicked awesome. And spiders, even with negative affinity on spiders 20, I'll show you, but yeah, the 2 of these together are just spider kings. Fills the turning meters by allies by 10% every time a spider's under freeze. So if they're under an HP burn and a freeze and they get a damn turn, you're getting turn meter boost and you're getting HP healed back. Again, the Masteries, working on it. Wanted some accuracy so he can land those abilities. Otherwise, he's not geared super well. Probably need to work on him some more. 154 speed, he's slow. You're thinking 154 speed and spiders 20? Don't ask me. He's slower, but it works. In fact, it works beautifully. 31 HP, not super great, but enough to where he's generally not the target. But sometimes, actually, in spiders 20, he is the target. Decreased defense, or I mean, defense is at 2300. That could be up a little more. 100% crit rate and accuracy, so he lands those abilities on his targets. But yeah, what we say, 154, and Mordecai is 174. You know, and I hate to touch those speeds and really screw with their builds because it's working so well for the specialist stuff they're really doing. But that's the two of them. So let's move on. Hopefully now I don't have to showcase any more new champions. So now we're back to level 50, the Scarab King again. This time we got Razin. I don't know if Allure will make it, but I wanted her there in for turn meter more than I needed Cold Heart. Miscreated Monster to help us get through the waves, plus hopefully throw up some shielding for us. Still got Armiger, still got Metal Shaper. May or may not get through it on auto, but we'll see here. We should be able to get through this. We may or may not lose Allure, which is not actually amazingly really that big of a deal, but it'd be nice to have her turn meter abilities once we get to the boss. Gives less of a chance. What I hate is they're all targeting all these Chris. And you want them to take out Brahma. So if you're doing manual, take out Brahma first so he doesn't heal or revive these guys. This might take a little bit. We decreased the turn meter. Oh, now this is where Razin comes in handy. Stole that buff so we don't have to sit there and wait for him to take a turn. They throw up shields. We still haven't even thrown up a shield yet. There we go. And I can't remember. Someone's faster than Metal Shaper there. So I need to try and up his speed. And I'll probably have to take him to level 60 here soon. But I know I struggled for the longest time. I mean, 4 months. The first month, even when Doom Tower opened up, forget it. I couldn't even do stage 1. Until literally I had all the first 5 champs up to level 60. Since then, my gear's improved. I've gotten them ascended, got more champions up to 60. But I'm still on normal, so I don't have that great a gear. I'm not doing hard, and that's where most of us are at. We can find all kinds of videos on hard. So we had the shield up. Armor decrease in turn meter. Allure's in there, so this will be a good run because she's gonna throw out her turn meter reduction. As long as, and you just don't want this guy getting turn meter. You see how fast his turn meter builds up. So boom, now he's going to start throwing out counterattacks. He placed a fear. Our shields are down. He's going to throw out counterattacks. Now you can see why right here my Metal Shaper wanted high resistance, so he's not getting provoked. Now I can throw up the shields. Now I got a shot of decreasing turn meter a little bit. There goes the lure. Metal Shaper may not make it through here. But now it's a battle. So see up here, this purple? That's his shield. And his health doesn't go down as much. And this is why I want Armiger in that destroy gear. This one's going to be a close one. We may not make it this go round. Even though we got Allure all the way to the end. It's going to be close. Armor's going down. I don't think we're going to make it this time. Some big hits, but boom, there goes Razin. So, yeah, we got defeated on there. That is fine. So we're going to replay this. This might be a little slower than you want, but we'll do it on manual. Got some stuns off, so that's where Miscreated Monster is helpful on these waves. I wish they were going for Broadmaw. Right now, not a big deal until his turn meter goes. Get some folks off on us. See, he just revives those damn, both of them. That's why it's like, get rid of him first. And they're stunned, but they're unkillable until they get a turn. Okay, his came off. Take him out, his came off. So luckily they were under stun, so by the time they got their turn, didn't matter. Alright, so they're attacking him. I'm going to take it off auto here. We're going to attack Broadmaw. I want to take him out. Great, she's stunned. Let's create a monster. Again. Everybody's... Plus we want to try and give a chance for everybody's abilities to... we'll just do an A1 reset. So he's out. Now I don't have to worry about him healing. I'm going to throw up shield. Oh, she went down. Dang it. I don't want to do this ability, especially against the boss. Let's hit him and try and cut down him. Some of his turn meter. Does anybody really need healing? No, no one needs healing. So let's try and stun some of these guys. You know what? I'm not going to throw up the shield. We got shields up right now. No one really needs heal either, so we just work him down. Let's see, he's got poison, so we should finish him off next time he gets a turn. Oh, he got revived. And he's on counterattack, so let's finish him off. Get rid of him. And we'll just slowly A1 this last one. Alright. So we've got to get the shields up. I could do a stun and shield. But we're just going to do an A1 for right now. We want decrease in def. You know what? I'm going to decrease his turn meter 100% there. Boom. See now turn meter's gone. Since turn meter's down, I'm not going to do his A1. I'm going to head and do his A2 here. And let's see how much of this shield we can get knocked down. Nice little chunk. Now, see how fast his turn meter starts creeping up. One more turn. Let's see. He could still are buff, so we're going to head and throw this out and add some more shieldage. Now we'll do the decreased defense and weaken and landed. Luckily that. Hit him there and we'll do some of his turn meter, so he's not getting a chance. Just going to keep continuing to throw the shield up. Boom. See? Boom. We stole the shields. So now when we hit him, and want to be nice, don't ever do ally protect. Here, now he's going to counterattack and provoke, counterattack, and provoke, but it didn't provoke him, but I don't have the shield up. going to go ahead. It's not going to hit that hard. I could heal up myself. Let's do that. Looks like he healed up Miscreated Monster. So now we want to get the shield up. This is why you want high resist on them. So you can get that shield back up. Go ahead and decrease his turn meter. Attack him there. And boom, he went down. Decreased defense again. It's going to be a close fight. Going to try and hit him hard. Boom, dead. Scarab King's hard when you don't have super great gear, you don't have super great champions, but we got through even without a lure. But you know, between Raz and Armin did a little more damage there. Doing a little help there. It's hard. That was level 50, so. But that's how I got through. That's how they're geared. Well, I haven't showed you a lure, but I guess we can show you real quick a lure. She can do it as a 50. She's probably going to need more stats there. I don't know that you necessarily really need to take her to 60. And the great thing is you don't really need to book her. It's all about her A1. So some accuracy, perception there. Mix smash stats, they're not that great though. 20,000, so that's why she's the first target goes down. Her defense is speed is only 157. Crit rate at 100%. Accuracy at 180. I'd like to see that higher, but the stats are the stats right now. If I can get an accuracy banner on her and get her leveled up, then that alleviates my problem, and I'm probably going to need that later on. And an accuracy banner. Let's see, do I even have one? For demon spawn resistance. Might not hurt either if I don't have accuracy. Apparently I need to try and get an accuracy banner, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, this is it. This is her big ability. You don't have to book it. She's not doing damage, so decrease the turn meter by 25% on each critical hit, so that's why you need 100% crit rate. So that could be potentially 75% each time. Decreased defense, sleep, you know, all great, but really, if you're going to do auto or set up a team with their AI, you're going to turn on A1 and turn everything else off. Hellish Blaze, and chance of inflicting a critical hit, and will ignore 50% of the target's defense. I don't know how hard she'd hit. You'd have to go look up stats. And again, no actual mastery. So that's a lure. You can do her a level 50. You can do her a level 60. Level 60 would help if you don't have that great of artifacts, which, you know, I don't. What do we got? That's probably crit rate. Yep. Get her crit rate up. Some defense. Some speed. And her speed still is terrible. And then, but the rest was just making sure she had enough accuracy. Anyway, so that's a lure. So that's the Scarab King. Now we're back to the Nether Spider, Armiger, Miscreated Monster this time, Apothecary and Relic Retainer. Oh, this combination, I love it. And Skull Crown. Basically we're browbeaten. I probably should have let's go ahead and auto. Probably actually got through that. I'm probably going to have to change that to put in Achak and Mordecai. Maybe an Armiger. I'm not sure why I went with this team, but you know, this is a doable team. May not have Skull Crown. But someone with a hard-hitting A1 AoE is beneficial. I think mainly she's probably in here because boom, she's going to do her A1 and nuke those spiders out. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait, and hopefully everybody doesn't go down. I don't want everybody to go down. So she just nuked the spiders. Oh god. Oh, this is terrible. I might have to jump ahead. Oh, I remember. Doggone it. I wonder if Miscreated Monster did his A3. Because boom, they went down, and that one was an utter defeat. So let's. That was that spider. Oh, well, we haven't gotten to it again. So I know I got through with this team. Let's start, and we'll take it off auto. Don't worry, there's only one more boss left, so and I know this video is getting pretty long. So let's take it off of auto here. Just need to go ahead and hit somebody, so lowest HP here. And we'll just go ahead and finish him off. And of course, here's her A1, so boom, we took 2 of them out. In fact, we might be taking them out too fast. I want to make sure they have all their abilities because we're going to need them for the spider. Might be able, no. And the most turn meter might be able to take that. Well, I think that, yep, okay. So we took him out. Here's the spider. Throws out. Boom. All our poisons. Now, good. Reliquary Tinder's got her cleanse. So cleanse all that off. Now she got an extra turn, so we just go hit the main spider with it. That's where I love having that extra chance. So we're going to head and we're going to boost our speed. Let's get some shields and stuns out. We got rid of all but one spider. Turn meter's up there, so let's hit them just with the A1 and get a little turn meter reduction. We're going to normally just use our A1, but we're going to use our A2, finish off that last spiderling, and get some weaken hopefully laid out. Poison's there. Cleanse there. No one needs to heal right now, so we'll hit. Pretty much doing A1 and A2 with him. Turn meters down. So let's just keep trying to keep the turn meter down. Got some poisons. I'm gonna hold off on that. Well, let's see. It's on 3 turn. No, I'm gonna hold off on that because I don't know. Let's see how the turn meter fares out. Don't need to heal anybody there. Just do her A1. Okay. I'm afraid to do the cleanse here. We're all still okay, so I'm not going to do the cleanse just yet. Because I don't know when these spiderlings are coming out again. The turn meter's down, so I'm going to switch to A2 and get a big chunk of hit out. I could heal, but he's not that hard. Let's boost our speed again. Yeah, our turn meter's up. And here comes the spiders. This is why I wanted to wait. Now I'm throwing all the poisons out. Alright, so let's get some shieldage up and nuke all them spiderlings. His health is going down even though he's under shield, but we're going to boost him up. Decrease the turn meter of the spider again, do a little hit. Now we want to do that cleanse. And she got another chance. Sometimes that resilience is great. I think the best I've had it where, boom, she basically got 4 turns in a row. Again, throw out a weaken. Gonna try and reduce the turn meter. Probably should have just gone for the A2 there. 1 turn cooldown, so next turn we'll be able to cleanse again. Anybody really in desperate health? No. Let's boost the speed again. Just A1. Nice chunk. Nice chunk. On that A2. I'm going to save that cleanse. No one's really in desperate need of healing just yet. Get some more shieldage up. Decrease the turn meter some. Let's go ahead and cleanse. Oh, got another turn. We'll go ahead and just do an A1 this go round. Another A1. A1 with this creative monster. See, now I probably should have held off on those cleanses. So I gotta wait another turn. That's okay. I got that turn. Now we'll cleanse it all off. I got lucky there. I'm actually going to heal Reliquary Tinder because if she goes down, then we can't revive anybody. We're going to do this one because he's getting close to being down. Let's throw out Weaken again and hopefully nuke all them Spiderlings. Great job. Getting close. To see, we didn't have to revive anybody and we're getting probably pretty close. I don't want to put it on auto. Because I could just see Miscreated Monster doing his doggone A3 and messing the whole run up this close to the end. Let's see if we can finish her off. Boom. So I had to do manual, but we got through the Nether Spider. And we've seen all their gearing. So that was the Nether Spider. The Ice Spider, yeah, okay. So back to this. We'll start this. We shouldn't have too much of a problem. I'll probably have to take it off auto as we're getting closer to the end of the spider run, because again, the spider has to be under HP burn. And I want to say, of course, Mordecai is one of the best, unless you got the legendaries. I can't remember which ones have HP burn. Ignatius, I think, or something like that. But even 120 days in, I have no luck, no love. I have not pulled one single legendary champion, not one yet, from any Sacred Shards. I've probably pulled 20 or 30 at this point, and still not one legendary. In fact, Yannica was my first legendary. I didn't get hurt till like day 90. Razin, I did the fusion on. I'm trying to think. I got another legendary actually shortly thereafter. I can't remember. It's not one of the best ones. So we're going to auto this for a little while here. Until we get further down. Between the HP burn and the passive healing with Achak, and then the cleanse and healing with Reliquary Tinder, we're fairly safe. Even though they're slower than Christmas and don't have the greatest stats, you know, I am obviously not anywhere near in game, and then we're definitely not on hard. This is normal, but yeah, going back, just no love with legendaries, but you know, I can't complain too much. I've got a pretty good plethora of epics, and well, epics are easier to book than legendaries, even though not much, but slightly better. And a lot of them are just good, if not better, than some of the most of the legendary heroes. So, in fact, I pulled what 90 ancient shards this last go round, and the 10 times a minute. So I'm no more. I don't spend that much, but you know, every once in a blue moon, I'll buy a shard pack. I'm not doing it anymore. 90 of them. 90 ancient shards. Not one legendary. Not one. During that event. And like I said, 20, 30 ancient shards or sacred shards, and still no legendary. So I did actually crazily. It probably, even though I pulled, I want to say 60 of those 90 before, but I went ahead and pulled like 5 voids during that too, which I probably should have just held off. But I did get a legendary void champion. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head right now, and that probably kicked over my mercy system again. Okay, I need to take this off of auto here, because he's not, she's not under HP burn, and we got 2 other turns here. So of course we're just going to decrease turn meter. We could use a little cleansing and healing there for Cold Heart, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. What do we got? Places, block, debuffs, and strengthen. So we're going to go ahead and throw that out. Cold Heart, I'm going to Saber Heart Seeker till he's closer to death and under HP burn. Razin got small version of boys base, thinks that toxic set. Let's see if I can take out this little spiraling. No, but this is an AoE, so that should take out that spider. Oh, it didn't take out the spiderling. A1 here. Not worried so much about that spiderling. Turn meters up. I could use. I'm gonna do this. Let's do a decreased defense and weaken. What do we got? Okay, pretty low. We're going to throw out the HP burn and hopefully within the next 2 turns. We can nuke down. Not worried about the spiderling. I'll just do whatever little damage I can. Probably could have cleansed. Come on, Heartseeker. Do your job. Oh, so close. Let's decrease the turn meter so that we're still under 2 HP burns. Hopefully, yeah, little turn meter reduction. Boom! Level 70 Frost Spider dead. Haven't changed their gear in I don't know how long. So one more stage here, and amazingly, the Magma Dragon, pretty easy. I don't know why it's so easy, but same champs again, except for, we got Skull Crown in here. Gonna go ahead, because we're already well over an hour, pushing an hour and a half, but we'll hit auto, and this will actually be a fairly fast run. And that's as far as I've gotten in Doom Tower on normal. But not super greatest builds, but, decent builds, good champions. And here's kind of a mix of what I've gone through. Be a little tougher, but Razin, you can put a War Maiden in there. Anybody who really nukes, especially on their A1, I can't even think of the uncommon's name. He's one of the hardest hitters, and he's easy to book up. So if you had him booked up and mastered, he could be Skull Crown's place there. The hardest two that you may or may not have are Reliquary Tinder and Apothecary, but there are definitely farmable champions that can do healing. I'm not sure who can do any cleansing and or reviving. Gorgorab can do a revive, actually does an AoE revive, but you can see that went real quick, a minute 7. So that's where we're at on Doom Tower. The champions kind of gear, at least the stats I'm at. For the most part, the gear doesn't really matter too much. It's mainly the stats, with the exception, basically Armor being kind of the exception. Against the Scarab King, you gotta have him in the Destroy set or Cold Heart. Probably preferably Cold Heart if you can get the stats, because she's void, so you don't have to worry about any negative definitive matchups. But anyway, so those are the champs. Floor 80, from floor 10 to floor 80 of Doom Tower on normal. Hopefully that gives you some ideas, some hope. Not super great gear, but this hopefully will help, those who are struggling and hard to find these normal Doom Tower videos on, champs and gearing to get through these bosses. Because I've found tons of stuff, from, of course, most of the content creators, but they're all doing hard. And then, they got super gear, and they're like, well, let me dumb down the gear. Well, your dumbed down gear is still, most of the time, better than my best gear, as you can see. It just depends on which parts of the game you're pushing. So, hopefully that's helpful, and we'll catch you the next go-round. Alright guys, as you can see, trying to make this video, and I failed for y'all, so we're going to try this again. Basically, we can leave it on auto for the first round here. First turn or two here, we're going to let it. Now we're going to take it off auto. Does anybody really need to heal? Let's just go ahead and heal Cold Heart here real quick. I want to make sure All the abilities are back. The rector here. Because we're going to need everyone's abilities from the get-go when we get to the spider. Might use Apothecary's heal because it's a quick turnaround on Royal Guard here. So she's going to throw out poisons and all the spiderlings are. That's why you need a cleanser. We'll boost our speed because when he does his A1, he hits the spiderlings. You don't want to be hitting the spiderlings as much as possible. Now we'll throw up a heal from Rector. Keep hitting that spider. Let's see. We got a cleanse here. Anybody need to be healed up? Coldheart could use some healing. Alright, it's an AoE. You normally don't want to do this, but the spiderlings are pretty low. So I want to try and put poison, heal reduction, anything can on a spider and take these 3 out. Because you see the main spider's healed back up here. We're going to try and place decreased speed on the spider. Just keep AM1 with her. Now it doesn't matter. It's just her. And we're slowly working down. Don't need to do a heal yet. Go ahead and heal. As you can see, it's a slow, painful fight. Pretty sure she's going to drop the spiderlings here, so I'm going to save that. Cleanse. Let's get turn meter reduction and a big nuke off. I should have done boost of speed there, but let's go ahead and heal her up again. Do the decreased speed. Turn meter's going up. She's going to drop the spiderling soon. Now we want to do the boost of speed. Let's get some heals on. Oh, yeah, I knew she was going to drop the spiderlings. That's why we kind of saved that cleanse. Who needs a heal? Let's get Royal Guard a heal here. Big hit again. Luckily the spiderlings are gone. Alright, we'll do a boost of speed. Let's revive. Probably could have done the same thing. Should have done it with Rector because she throws a shield on there as well. Let's decrease speed. So it doesn't matter doing the AoEs when there's no spiderlings around. I'm going to take a chance here that the cleanse will come back around in time. I think we're going to be good on that. Let's do a boost of speed. We don't really need to heal just yet. Besides, we can do it with Rector. Big old cold Heartseeker with turn meter reduction there. Again, heal Cold Heart. Slow and steady. I want to say it took me a good 10 minutes or so last time. A2 there. Now I got to hit with the A1. A1. I could do a cleanse, but she's close to getting the turn meter. I don't know that we're going to be able to do a damn thing about it. I'm pretty sure she'll drop the spiderlings again. Boost of speed, trying to get around to our Yep, here comes the spiderling again. Reliquary Tender went down, or Cold Heart went down. Let's do this. Doggone it. I messed that one up. Should have revived. Because we need to do a cleanse. Which is going to cause these big slam. Ooh, not quite enough. Now I'll bring back Cold Heart. We're gonna heal, yeah, we're gonna heal Rector here, because she's just a level 50. Heartseeker should finish it off, and there you go. So yeah, another spider, floor 90, it can be done. You've seen all the builds. I'll show you Rector's build here, even though, like I said, she's level 50. Just some accuracy gear, some perception, and then some hodgepodge gear, but I got her stats to almost 43k in health, 2200 in defense, a little slow at 162, but got her accuracy up to 220. Of course, her skills, she's got decrease attack. I wanted to try and land that a little bit. Placing the perfect veil and continuous heal. That's pretty much one of the main reasons she's there. As you can see, none of this is booked. And revives a seagull ally with 60% of HP, fills a turn meter by 60%, places a perfect veil on for 3 turns. And then in passive, whenever an ally under veil or perfect veil gets a turn, it heals them by 10% of their max HP. So yeah, she's great. Plus she adds a resist of 55 in Doom Tower, so, and then no masteries whatsoever. But I tried every other combination I could think of, even Painkeeper and stuff, other healers. So she didn't let me be level 60 or mastered up. It'd be a lot easier, but that's how I got through Nether Spiders there. Floor 90 on normal. Like I said, just wanted to add this video in because I made the video the previous day.